In this video, I'll show you how to install Modkit in the QY100. So the Modkit will come in a box like this. So just open it up, take it out. There it is. So it's basically a screen connected by a ribbon cable to a microcontroller board and the LCD connector on the end. Just put that aside for the moment. When your QY100, flip it over onto the back, remove batteries, and then take out these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 K screws, just using like a number 1 or number 2 Phillips head screwdriver. Lift off the back. Be very careful with this connector, which is the battery connector. You can just pull it on the QY100. You can pull it out like this. On the QY70, you can't. So it's just soldered onto the motherboard. So you be very careful if you're doing a QY70. You can put that aside for the moment. Undo these 2 screws which hold down the copper foil and the main board to this. Flip it over like that. Now basically your motherboard is now free to move. Now pull out the old LCD connector there by pressing on probably not on that chip and on the smart card reader. Don't push too hard, but just and then reef up on the cable like that'll come out. Just flip this over. There this reveals the metal shield above. Here's the LCD cavity under here. Now this on the QY100, this has 11 screws holding this shoulder down. I've only put 2 in just to keep the video short, so I'm just going to remove those 2. 1 and 2. You'll have to take out all 11. If you're doing QY70, I think it's only got 5 or 6 screws. The LCD's taped down there, so you'll just need to remove that bit of tape. And note before you do remove it that how neat the packing of that cable is. They're all flat. There's none overlapping another one. Now you can lift up the shield. Just come out like that. Feed the LCD connector out like that. Put the shield aside. And then normally there's 4 screws holding down the LCD, but I've taken out 3, so just going to do that one. And now the LCD lifts out like that. Okay, grab the kit, turn it upside down. Note that this side with that edge connector on it goes on to the right hand side. So just drop it into the cavity like that. Now we're not going to use the screws from the old display. We're just going to push it down between those 4 mounting posts. Notice how the screen in the Modkit has cut corners and will slide in nicely, and that'll align it properly. Next we're going to refit the screen. So as I said, this bit goes up. Just drop it on there like that. Now note that, be aware that, make sure that point and that point there, those parts of the screen drop all the way onto those posts like that. See, those should have a bit of a snap as it does it. And then put back the 11 screws. I'm only going to put back 2 just for the sake of keeping this video civilized. Oh shit. Grab the smart card bezel, turn the motherboard back over like that, just lifting at the corner, put the bezel back on. Notice just slide it back onto the board like that, and making sure that the concave bit's to the outside, and then fit the motherboard back into place. It should just drop down over those posts. So particularly if you notice at the back here, now those screws come from outside, so they've got to be lined up properly. Then notice that the Modkit's folded over, so just plug it into the LCD connector there like that. Before you put those screws back in, it might be easy, just lift the motherboard a little bit just to make it a bit easier. The battery connector back in like that. Okay, drop the motherboard down again. Make sure it's sitting on those 2 posts like that. This just goes wherever it wants to go. Yeah, maybe put this down, put this over the top of it like that. Put those 2 screws in there. I won't show you, but and then case goes back on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can plug it in, turn it on, there we go, and they've got a nice new screen happening. Lovely